Hello my friends, welcome back to Brutal Plus. We have to go to New Folsom, like I said, but unfortunately, we cannot get Nova's help. We have to go with Tosh instead. Reason being is that this mission is bugged. The mutators only show up on part number 1 of the Ghost mission. And then after you beat that, part number 2 and 3 are identical to Brutal, and that is not what we're supposed to be doing. So that would be cheating. What do we got? Enemies have barrier, and then there's going to be blizzards moving around the map. So we're going to very slowly be moving through things, and hopefully not getting too overwhelmed by these barriers. The blizzards are going to be annoying, however, I think it really matters most if Jim is affected or not. If Jim is hit by it, it's going to be absolutely horrible. If Jim is not hit by it, it's not going to matter. Pull back. Yeah, the barrier is very strong on these low HP guys. Definitely a very impactful mutator that I feel like we've gotten quite a bit recently. Now, how do I want to deal with this guy? He does a lot of damage per hit. We're going to shield, get up close, stun, and then take down the missile turret. This guy's going to unsiege. He's going to get a couple shots off, but we're going to take it down right before the shield wears off.
My boys are moving in to back you up.
And now what I want to start doing is poking the barriers off of all of these, because it only lasts for 5 seconds. Now, one thing that I was thinking of is Jim might just die, which is bad, right? Jim, he's gonna have to fight enemies, and he ain't getting the barrier, Chief. He's real weak normally, and he's gonna have an even harder time. Which means that we're going to have to play a little bit of Murder Tosh, I think. Instead of, like, Stealth Support Tosh, I think that we have to make sure that we're pretty constantly in... Yeah, he ain't doing too good. He's basically... I don't just have to solo this mission without a useful Jim. I have to solo this mission without Jim dying. And that's where it becomes hard, because if Jim loses all of his buildings, the mission does end in defeat. Don't ask me why I know that. It's not something that really comes up in the normal playthrough of this mission, but I've seen things. I've been places. Let's get Tosh right up here. He's going to soak the shots, but don't soak the tank shots. And take all this down. And then we're going to try to burn through this. The missile turret's going to have a hard time. And then we want to proc the barrier on everybody around here. Take out the medics so they can't restore their HP. And now Jim should be able to deal with these guys pretty cleanly. There's just a lot of babysitting. We have to constantly be thinking about our boy James. Make sure that he's having a good time. Proc this shield. And then get him over there. They're going to pull these guys around. Make sure everything is procced. And we're going to go right back over here and deal with that. This attack wave is doomed for failure. However, the enemy attack wave is now also doomed for failure, I hope. Assuming he doesn't, like, lose all of his Marines to those two Hellions, which he might. So the Hellions are actually a little bit buffed here, not because of statistics, but because of AI. I saw them charge right up to that medic and target it down. Normally against Jim, he doesn't do that, I believe. He just kind of A-moves. And that means that he's going to get much better shots off, because he's going to hit the Marines in front and the medic in back. Usually he can only hit a couple times, so it's not like the Hellion's survivability is being impacted in any poor way. Things are going okay. Is this guy going to miss his EMP? Yeah. I think there's something wrong with the EMPs on the ghosts in this mod. Oh, I don't need achievements. Did my internet go down? No, my internet's up. Interesting. So one thing that... Yeah, this guy just can't hit anything. That's hilarious. The EMPs are definitely... They're like 90 degrees off. Or maybe 270 degrees off. I think he was trying to shoot like here and he shot up here. But I think that happened before when he was trying to shoot a very similar direction. No. In the last one, he was trying to shoot down here and he shot up here. I don't think it's a consistent angle. So what we're going to do right here is activate the shield, get in, stun the bunkers, because if you hit the bunkers with the stun, none of the guys inside can attack. And now the turret is down, which means that I can actually take these bunkers out without an issue. It makes this section a lot easier.
Tosh, you're nearing the first military cell block now.
As opposed to going over here.
The prisoners might buy us some allies.
Because every once in a while, like the secret hallway tends to be pretty reliable, but I would say about maybe 10 to 20% of the time, the AI just goes over here and then you die. Because siege breakers and siege tanks just kill you. So being able to reliably take down that missile turret makes this a lot safer. This is a mission that it's not my favorite, so I've spent a decent amount of time trying to optimize my efficiency in it, just so that I can make sure that during challenge runs, I don't get super stuck. Because it is one of those ones that definitely can get you real nailed. So we're going to push you into the blizzard and see. He is immune. James is immune to the blizzard, which means all I have to do is make sure that I dodge the circles of death. I should be able to do that. That was so clean that it looked like it was intentional. Because it wasn't. I didn't mean to pull them like that. I didn't mean to get them so perfectly clumped up. And yet, here we are. Cell block cleared. I was gonna sneak past and try to assassinate this turret, and then the game was just like, nah, it's okay. You can have this one for free. I appreciate it, video game. You know what? Jim's not doing too bad. I mean, he was gonna lose the fight, but he was gonna lose the fight in the middle of the map, not like lose this base. I know the enemy attack waves do improve over time, and they every once in a while hit with these double attacks that have a bunch of tanks and stuff with them. So I gotta keep my eyes out for that, but for the most part, things seem alright. That was a very aggressive bust. I like doing that right there. We cannot get over to Jim right now. There is a couple intersecting blizzards, a Venn diagram of this arrow, and 2 Marines. Wait, does a Venn diagram have to have 3 circles? Or can it be a 2? I'm sure this is a very stupid question. I remember learning how to do Venn diagrams in school, but I only ever remember seeing 3 circle Venn diagrams. No, but I've seen like the Ikigai chart, right? That's a 4 circled one. Okay, yeah, it can be any number. It can be any number. If I'm wrong, please tell me. But I'm pretty sure you can have, as long as it's greater than 1, you can Venn diagram it. And you can even have like, oh, no, why, no. Why do the Ravens in this mission have Seeker Missile? They specifically don't in the main game. I do not like this one bit. Here's the siege tanks I was talking about. So, Raven. Oh my gosh, a double tank attack? If I was off girdling about, this would have straight up killed Jim. He could not deal with this many siege tanks. They would have all sieged up and he would have just gotten farmed. I gotta keep my eyes out for this boy. This ain't good. Hit. Blast. Eat. They're gonna clear through. We're gonna head up here and see if we can deal with this. One thing I noticed is that Tosh has 1 extra range. And this is something that Dweeby told me, is that he intentionally made it so that Tosh normally has -1 range compared to the Spectre, for whatever reason, and he thought that was dumb, because Tosh is the elite Spectre, so he popped it up to normal. Which does mean that things like that are a little bit safer to do. Tosh is just that little bit better. And we're just going to let these things die. We're waiting for the next big attack wave. And when Jim sends that over, we are going to dive in with everybody. We're going to chain stun this. There's a tank right here and a missile turret. We're going to target down the turret. And hopefully it'll work. Great, great. That means that we can take down all of these defenses without any big issues. There's a turret over here. We got to be very, very safe because this area has a siege breaker and another tank down here. If you are messing about and you get nailed by those, it is horrible. In fact, I'm just going to get rid of this siege breaker right now.
Our allies are being attacked.
And not fall into Great Father Winter's grasp. I do think it's worth always helping Jim in these fights because the amount of energy that you get from consuming his marauders is more than it costs to keep everything alive. Even if you discount the damage and stuff, we're going to charge in here first. We're going to try to chain stun the tank. Great. And then we're going to soak these shots. Blow everybody up. And we have a little bit of extra firepower to take these things down more easily. Double attack wave from Jim is really nice. And we're going to start putting some damage on this tech lab as well, tech reactor. It'd be cool if Jim would take the tech reactors. Like just a little bonus for saving things. I know that it really wouldn't matter in the long run and it'd be a lot of extra work to get set up, but it could be really cute, you know?
Making some new friends?
Don't you worry about us, Tosh. We'll keep them busy while you free the prisoners.
Being attacked.
Prisoners it is. I'm very concerned about this area and barrier. I think what I have to do is activate my shield, run in, hit that. Now we're going to have to wait for everything to come off of cooldown. We're going to get some more energy in the process. This guy's going to patrol, and then we're going to dive and take it down again in a sec. Oh, he's not moving anymore. Oh, he is moving now.
Let's do this. Let's just see about that. I do what I want to do.
Our allies are being attacked.
Got it. The sneaky way to do it is okay, but I was afraid that I was going to mess something up with barrier if I did it in any fancy way.
Our allies
So
are
just
being
brute
attacked.
force.
What I want to do. Now those boys
And
are
Jim
free.
is...
Wide
ooh.
open. Great job, Tosh.
Nail the tank that's hitting him. Yeah. Siege up right then. Perfect. The best possible thing is if a tank starts sieging up and it finishes right as it dies.
What I want to do.
It's just like the tank died earlier, effectively.
We got a nuke ready for launch. Ping a target.
So we're going to have 4
Just
nukes, I
don't
believe.
strike in too close.
Ooh, hello, Raven. Goodbye. Hello, Raven. That's not where they normally go. This is a bit odd, however, it's good. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to invest in covering this siege tank. And I think that if I do that, he should be able to take out the bunkers and stuff for me, especially when tank number 2 gets up and active. See, we got him while the turret was rotating. Instead of having to double overlap the stuns or anything, we just waited for it to start rotating, and it worked out perfectly. Now this area you get vision of, I don't know why. However, it's going to make Jim's siege push go way better. Oh, whoa! Siege tanks hurt. They really hurt. I'm really concerned about these ravens. I feel like I have to stop their production, but at the same time, I feel like I cannot safely go over to where they're produced. I have an idea. We're just going to hold right here for a bit. Get Jim to siege a couple guys. No, we're going to get torn apart here. Because if these ravens get seeker missiles, that's going to make things really weird, and they're definitely pathing in ways they normally don't. They tend to just group up with the attack wave, And they're not doing that today. The shield. Come on over. Wait patiently.
Our allies are being attacked.
Damn straight.
And then come on over here. Gotta be very careful because the Reapers do some serious damage. Blast the Reapers. And then right here, we want to go 1. Yeah, come right into it. Ooh. And then we got to wait for barrier. Number 2. And then the starport. Now, if we didn't kill it, it wouldn't have been the end of the world because the tech reactor was already dead. It would not have been able to produce more ravens. However, a little bit does not hurt. We're going to go over to the other side and do the same thing. If one of the barracks lives, it's not the end of things. We just need to make sure that the starport is offline. Honestly, things are going pretty okay over here. It's,
Our allies are being attacked.
this part I am concerned about, that Jim is just going to die while I'm busy on vacation up here. But if he doesn't, then the rest is going to be free, because the attacks will not be able to hit me. They will not be able to hit Jim either. I guess that's the important part.
Our allies are being attacked.
I'm hoping we do full nuke damage to this building. We do. Oh, this might have been too fast. Barrier, barrier, go away. Come again, no other day. This was wonderful.
Our allies are being attacked.
Honestly, barrier on these missions adds an extra little depth of strategy to it. I have to be very, very careful with what I'm doing at all points. I like it on no build missions, and that feels really weird to say, because it's just miserable on build missions. At least what we've had to deal with so far, because it makes the beginning so difficult, particularly against the Zerg and the Terran, but now that we've done this twice in a row... Oh, he's got the stun cannon! I gotta make sure I don't get hit by that, because that will kill Tosh in 1 stun. They have EMPs as well. Not that they're going to be able to hit me with it. Stun the 4. It's gone. Yes, yes. So what is happening right now is that unless the enemy is rebuilding their buildings, which on this mod they might actually do, I hope not, is that they are pulling things from their top defensive area in order to make up what is supposed to be their attack waves. That is what the AI does when it's running out of fumes, and it does make things a lot easier. Gotta be careful of Jackson because he's doing what he wants. It's funny to think that, actually I think if there was that modifier that made air hit ground and ground hit air, you know, just everything can hit everything, it probably would have been strongest for Jim. Because his tanks, Diamondbacks, and Marauders would be able to attack the... Actually, no. No. The enemy has a bunch of missile turrets, and those would have just shredded me now that I think about it. I really want to get that mutator so I can make a giant missile turret wall as my normal defensive structures against ground. Because I think it'll be, like, unfair how good it is. Missile turrets are insane damage output. Where are all these units coming from? I feel like this is way more than normal. They must have rebuilt. Okay, let's take down Jack. Ooh, Jack got dummy thick. Man, Jack, you've been working out. You're jacked, bro. Oh, they cloak. Not for long, but for a little bit. Now this is the only real big target, I think. a stun. It is gone. And no, they just had a lot of Marines to send about. Interesting. Just making sure that I hit those barriers on everything around here. This doesn't matter. I saw some Marines coming from over here. I wonder if they pulled guys out of these bunkers. I don't think so because... No. It's just binary, right? It's like either the lights are on or the lights are off. It's not one light per unit. I think. That'd be really cool if it was, though. And then when you get the upgrades, because there's only 4 windows, if you get the upgrade to fit 6 guys in, they string up some Christmas lights so you can tell that number 5 and 6 are in. That would be a wonderful indicator. And well, I guess that'd be number 5. And then for number 6, they just put a jack-o'-lantern out. And then, as a Terran player, one of the paid skins you can get is different jack-o'-lanterns. Like you can get one with a Marine on it, or you can get one with Mira Han on it if you're one of those guys who has a weird waifu. I think I just figured out how to monetize StarCraft 2. I can't believe no one's thought of this before. Those fools. Alright, we got through it. This is not the mission that I wanted. We had to kill 600 enemies, and they all have infinity bonus armor, but we got through it. And we have the Spectre. The Spectre is great. Now, I'm not going to use the cloak cheese on the dig. However, I am going to use the Spectre as a combat unit a lot. So we will see how it goes. We finally have a unit that is on the tier of co-op. And I think the next one is going to be the dig for... Well, that's going to be the next unit we get that's on that tier. We're going to head to Outbreak next, I think. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. That was a lot of stuff we had to kill. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.